I just got a new bookshelf. Hi MTV, welcome to my tour.
So starting at the top, we have A Winter is Coming sign from possibly the best series of all time, A Song of Ice and Fire by George R.R. Martin. Underneath we have My Sprayed Edges Tower. This is Swordcatcher by Cassandra Clare. This is The Hurricane Wars by Thea Granzon. This is Rewitched by Lucy Jane Wood, and this is It Ends With Us by Colleen Hoover. Here we have a series that introduced me to fantasy and changed my life forever, and that is the one that only Harry Potter. Next up we have Stephen King books. I've read Salem's Lot and The Shining. Next up is going to be Doctor Sleep. Then we have Cujo and Firestarter. And I do want to read It, but clowns, you know, so I'm putting it off. Next we have my very small and shameful sci-fi pile. We have the Dune series by Frank Herbert. Then we have a classic, The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. And next up I have a Christmas present from a friend, The Long Way to a Small Angry Planet by Becky Chambers. Sounds really cool, I'm excited to read this. Underneath we have one of my favourite shelves because it has my favourite book in it. We have the whole Song of Ice and Fire series, Fire and Blood, the historical textbook of the Targaryen line of rulers. Next up, we have the GOAT of all books. This is my all-time favourite. This is my soulmate. If you can read one book in your life, make it this one. This is A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms by George R.R. Martin. Then we have the core Song of Ice and Fire series, Game of Thrones, Clash of Kings, Storm of Swords, Feast for Crows, Dance with Dragons. And I have a space here that is currently gathering dust for the long-awaited Winds of Winter. Next up, we have the King of Fantasy, J.R.R. Tolkien, The Lord of the Rings, absolute classic. Now we've got a nostalgic throwback, Eragon by Christopher Paolini. Can you believe that this guy wrote this book when he was 17? And we've got Mertag at the end as well. Hey. Next up for my romantasy gals, we have a lot of Sarah J. Maas. Next to it we have The Gentleman Bastards by Scott Lynch. And then we have Fourth Wing and Iron Flame by Rebecca Yarros. And I'm so excited, I've not read either of these, but I have pre-ordered Onyx Storm. It is on its way. Next up we have an author that is soon to take over my entire bookshelf, Robin Hobb. Next to it, we've got some cosy rom-coms. If you like Gilmore Girls, I would highly recommend the Laurie Gilmore books, Dream Harbour. Wow, what a throwback. We have The Magpie Society by Zoe Sugg. Oh, wow. Okay, well, I didn't even know that was signed. Next, we have classics. We've got Dracula, Bram Stoker, Frankenstein, Mary Shelley, The Time Machine, H.G. Wells. And then next we have some randoms. I read Realmbreaker not too long ago. And then I've got these two which I have not read. This is The Magician's Guild by Trudy Caravan, Nevernight by Jay Kristoff. And these were both Christmas presents by a friend. Thanks for joining my tour.